Hi, Gemini. It's Angela. We're here. We're going to do a soul guidance reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of July 2022. This is a general reading. This is intuitively driven. It is really just allowing you to focus on a certain aspect of yourself or your life and, shining a light on it and making repairs where needed and creating healing and some transformation. So this is all about your soul. It's all about within you, not to do with other people, and no outcomes. This is just your own journey. So let's see what we've got, Gemini. We're pulling an oracle from this deck, the Goddess Love deck, to get guidance for you. And the card I got for you, Companionship. You are not alone. I love this so much because this is, this could be, we all belong to groups. We have friend groups, family, loved ones, spirit guides, loved ones who have passed on. It's all part of the world that we move in, and the support that we have. That network is made up of a lot of different types of beings. Our animal loved ones as well, the planet, nature. It's all part of our sense of belonging. Okay, so let's see here what the Zen cards say for you. Okay, so your starting point here, Gemini, is sharing. This is beautiful. This is calling for you to be a companion. Give of yourself. Light the way. See her little candle? She's lighting the way. She's giving of herself, showing her full glory, her full beauty, and letting others experience it and letting others feel it. So reach out. If you have friends that maybe aren't, that maybe are feeling a little lonely or a little bit misunderstood, lend them an ear, be there for them, be your full self. This is the biggest gift you could give anyone, right? Is your true presence and your understanding and caring. So I love this. Within you, supporting this act of sharing, I got turning in. So as you're showing your gifts and your riches and giving them outwardly to others, you're also balancing it by maintaining your inner attunement, your inner alignment with yourself. I love that because that keeps you balanced and protected, right? This figure here, she's meditating and tuned in and going real deep. You could tell by the water, always reminds me of how deeply she's tuned in. And she's got these little figures above her head that are kind of trying to get her attention and maybe even haunting her a little, but she's not really worried about that. She's so aligned within. And really that is what helps you build up and shore up all your richness to be able to share it outwardly. So there's a balancing there, but the beauty is within and the beauty is without, and they're both meant to use in connection with others. I love it. So that's your starting point. Now moving on, once you have these energies sort of, focused on and you're keeping an awareness of both, right? Of what you give out and what you share and what you align within and what you retain for yourself. Then look what we have. Oh my God. Okay. So now you have your full self, the rebel. This is like the fullness of who you are, as far as who you are inside and outside, and how you lead and how you show up, and that you do it unapologetically. You do it your way and your way only. But these two processes here of giving and also, intuitively staying aligned with your own needs and your own values, it results in this fullness of being, this just absolutely unmistakable, unique being, right? I love that so much. And when you get to be in this vibration of all of that, uniqueness, and here I am, take it or leave it, right? You make a better friend. I think, if you're the most authentic you can be, you're in the best position to care for another, to receive their love, to, exchange strengths and support and stuff like that. So beautiful, beautiful start to the reading. Okay, let's go back down. Now this card here is the pivot point. This is going to bring you to this next level of understanding and a higher consciousness sort of perception into this feeling of companionship. And that key card is sorrow. And I would say, for some of you, allow your sorrows to be there. That is kind of part of this fullness of who you are. That's part of that rebel, is we get sad too. And share your sorrows with your companions. Don't, you know, not to the point where it's like, that's all you're doing, right? I'm focusing on all my sorrows, but it's a part of your tapestry, right? The fullness of who you are, the depth that you can connect with people, your happiness, your sorrow, your struggles, your achievements, it's all part of, you know, the recipe for a good companionship is all that honesty and all those facets, because every one of us has every one of those facets to us, right? And when we get to connect with another with that awareness and kind of go, oh, you go through struggles too, you feel sad, it makes us feel even closer, right? It makes us feel more understood, more heard, more supported, because they're living through it too, right? And so that's your key. It's to not always have to be the happy one. Not always. Sometimes I have moments of sadness, and that just makes me more authentic. And so you want to be my friend? You take my lumps and my flowers and all the good and bad with me, because, you know, that's what comes with it. But that's really that's a really true, meaningful companion, is someone that is fully honest and shows up, you know, in their authenticity like that. Okay, so now we're moving up to our next level of awareness here, this higher level of cards. After we've gone through, you know, showing who we are and giving of ourselves, and also showing our darkness sometimes, allowing that to be present, then we get the sense that we're creating something new here. We're on a new path. Because maybe in the past, I wasn't willing to show my full self. Maybe I didn't want to show my sorrow or my anger, or, you know, that full unique part of me that makes me unique. Maybe I didn't want to show that up. It made me feel too vulnerable. I just want companions that are going to be there, you know, and accept just the surface parts of me, right? Well, we know we're here to do a little bit deeper work than that. That's why you're even at my channel, right? So yeah, I mean, you get this sense that if I just let all these facets of myself be and communicate them, I'm starting a whole new way, right? I'm going down a whole new path now. I'm creating new steps, new direction, new relationships, new levels to my existing relationships. And I'm creating a very nice new road ahead for myself, because it's filled with authenticity. It's exactly who you are in the moment you are. And there's no, you know, no dipping out of that, right? There's no sidestepping any of that. Okay, so now we have this awareness that we're on a new path, and within us, we get it. We're like, oh, we closed a phase there. We, just from this card of companionship, it's turned into this whole deep level, like exploration of who we are and how we deserve to be shown, like to show who we are and express it out, and not be afraid to show our frailties as well. That just creates a whole new sense of, oh yeah, I'm not going to go back to the way I used to do it. I'm going to keep living in this full way. This card is an intuitive acknowledgement of a closing out of a phase of your life. And, you know, you could be very close to that, or you could have already achieved it, Gemini. And that this reading right here is just sort of a reminder or a reflection back. But yeah, that fullness of yourself and showing up as your truest, you know, you know, in the truest picture of yourself for others to absorb or repel. Sometimes someone who shows their sadness is very triggering for another and they can't handle it and they don't want it, you know, they don't want it, but then that's okay, because then you don't have to fake. You know, if they're someone that can't handle that part of you, then you don't share that part of you. And then that connection just stays there. It doesn't go much deeper because, you know, it's got to be reciprocal, right? It's got to be a two-way street. But within you, you're realizing, oh yeah, this new way of sort of showing up fully. Yeah, there's really no other way. I'm not going back. I'm done. I'm done with that old way. And then the last card of the spread and sort of the overview or the insight into this whole reading is breakthrough. So this is kind of saying, this is a path to take. Even though it started out as companionship, it seemed like something light, you know, be a nice friend, have a good friendships, you know, be connected to animals and be connected. Yeah, that's really nice and lovely, but this has gone deeper. This has turned into a sort of revolution of your soul, really. As you're in evolution, you're also having a revolution of like, you know what, I am I'm moving forward in this direction, and I'm moving forward with power, because nothing's more empowering than showing up as my fullest self. Good, bad, and ugly, all of it. That's where empowerment lies, right? And, you know, I think, you know, Gemini, you have a sense of the balance that's needed, right? You're depicted by the twins. You have the both sides. You have this twin, that twin going on, and you can create a sense of balance pretty easily in your experience if you allow for it, right? If you don't let one have too loud of a voice. And that sort of sharing out your feelings, you know, tucking in and balancing it out with internal alignment, and then showing up as your full self, but then also being willing to show your sadness and show your frailties, you know, all of that is personal empowerment, all of it. And all of it put together makes for a powerful being. And I think you're on that path. I think you got this, Gemini. This is beautiful. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this, and thanks for continuing to come back and visit me here, and keep it up, and I will too. I'll keep the readings coming. It was good to see you guys.